you will recall last Sunday, the GMI-sponsored anti-ISA Vigil never quite took off the ground because the police stopped it on the grounds of no police permit. Yet earlier in the day, there was a pro-ISA event. Alright? Well, apparently there was a police permit for that, I don't know. But of greater concern, and I'm sure most of you would have read this in the news reports, there was a lady who took a different view from that group and who articulated her views, and she was assaulted. I think we've all seen that in the news. Now, I think that young lady is with us tonight. Share with us a few words.
You're all wondering what I was doing there. Well, I'll start with the story of how I ended up there. I was on my way to KL Prac, and so I was on the other side of the road, and suddenly I saw these white-shirted people with that huge ISA banner, pro-ISA banner, hanging down even from Wisma Sejarah, and I was quite, of course, I know how difficult it is for us to get permits, and even when we get permits, they come up with conditions, no banner. I think that's almost always the case. And here they are given, I suspected they were given a permit because there was no FRU, there was hardly any police. I strongly suspected they had been given a permit, and but the audacity of these people to put up, for the police also to give them the permit, to allow them to put up this huge banner, that was like really irked me. Actually, they were on the Wisma, this is, Wisma Sejarah is next to Hospital for Surawi, and I was on the opposite side of the road, and the demonstrators were all on the Wisma for Surawi side, and there was a pedestrian bridge. And this pedestrian bridge also had no demonstrators there. So I actually, according to my calculation, I would be able to run away. No, frankly, the thing is, I didn't want to run. When the incident actually happened, I didn't want to run. I know if I had run, I could have escaped, but it was just... Okay, I'll tell the end story first. The last part first. When this old man came up and asked me to repeat what I said, and I thought and I repeated what I said, and I thought it was old, and I thought, okay, and I wanted to look cool, and so didn't want to behave like I was perturbed or anything. So I only walked away because he said, "You better get out now." But I only walked away. If I had run, I would definitely have got away, but I just walked. And that's when others came up and they chased me down. Okay, let's go back to the start. Okay, I was irked, but I saw there were lots of banners, not only pro-ISA, but mentioning Tan Lian Ho. At first I only saw 5 banners, so I stuck around and actually the first time I went over across the pedestrian bridge, and I went down and asked whether they had any permits, and I actually went down and the guys there, some of the guys there just shirked. They didn't know, and then I went back up the staircase and I went to the other side. Then I just kept looking and looking, but later they brought up more banners. And one of the banners, I can't remember the exact wording, was saying that the Malay equity should be 70%, not even 30%. And that is what irked me most. So that is when I decided to cross the bridge again. I must have been drunk. And from the bridge, the reporters were on the bridge, that was all, and they were taking photographs of me, but these Pewaris guys were not there. So from the bridge, I shouted that they were racist, And this was the last racist country in the world. And it was against Islam to be racist. And I said, shame on you. So that's when this older man came up and asked me to repeat what I said, which I did, and then he said, you better get out now. So, but I just walked, and then I totally forgot about all the rest of the people, the crowd, and that's when suddenly they were there. I'm a fast runner. Honestly, I've got away out of a lot of situations before. Well, I still managed to get away in a sense. The police, the very few handful of police that were there, two of them came and stood between me and the demonstrators, and they told me get to my car, so which I did. As I was running down the stairs, I knew the potential danger, but I think these people at the time chose not to hit me. But when I was actually at the bottom of the stairs and I was only a few yards from my car, then one guy punched me from the right, and he punched my face. And then later there was somebody who kicked me as well. And then I got inside my car, and then 3 or 4 of them kicked my car. Yeah. So the police were far outnumbered. Of course, there was no FRU, no police. That is the total opposite of what we would face, which is this is just absurd. Okay, so anyway, after the whole thing was over, I then read that these Pewaris people lodged a police report, and among some of the things that they wanted people to stop bringing up racial issues. Yet they had a banner which stated that they wanted Malay share of the equity and everything to be 70% and not just 30%. So Pewaris people are just hypocrites. They don't allow anybody else to bring up anything, and yet they decide. They seem to think that they are the ones who decide everything, and they themselves brought up this racial issue themselves. So who are they to think that only they are allowed and others are not? So once again, I just want to say that police have given us a condition that our protest is to have no banners, no candlelight, no all these sort of things imposed on us. But why don't they impose the same condition on Pewaris? Why do they practice these double standards? Are you really police, or are you just DN lackeys? Lastly, my say for what I say stands for is I shall abuse my power. So another idea I have is that if we are so worried about, I can't say that we are so worried, but in order to go around this Police Act and this Illegal Assembly Act, what I want to propose is that all of us go to in small little groups of no more than the Illegal Assembly group, which is 5, either 4 or 5, and go to all the major shopping centers or major areas where lots of people hang around, and be within that legal assembly. Say have 3 or 4 people gathered and with lights, and maybe there could be 3 or 4 people here and 3 or 4 people there. So and in this way we are more visible, and that's what I'm hoping that we can achieve, that we do this countrywide simultaneously. And so the police, where can the police be? They can't be all over the country. I propose that we do that one day. Okay, so that's all.